Hello, this is Will Mace at Bixby High School in Bixby, Oklahoma. Thanks for joining us for 5-Minute Football. The purpose of 5-Minute Football is to increase the football IQ of our program. Today, the objective is to review some of our basic terminology, personnel groupings, and offensive formations. This information is applicable on both sides of the ball. Let's start with one of our more common personnel groupings, 10. In 10 personnel, we have 1 back and 0 tight ends. What you see on the screen is a 2-by-2 formation, shoot, where both receivers are spread out wide to the top of the screen as well as the bottom of the screen. A tag off of shoot is squeeze, where those same 4 receivers have condensed their splits. We call this shoot squeeze. It is also a 10 personnel formation, as is trips. In trips, we have 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen, as you see, and 1 to the top of the screen. This is what we at Bixby call spread trips. Another tag off trips or variation of trips is when we tight stack it, which means the 2 inside receivers, as you see on the bottom of the screen here, are stacked one behind the other. Moving on to 11 personnel, we have now brought a tight end into the game. So again, there's 1 back in the backfield and 1 tight end in the game. What you see on the screen is called king. It's a 3-by-1 look, similar to trips, but now your number 3 receiver, instead of being split from the line of scrimmage, is going to be attached right next to the tackle in the tight end position. Joker is also a 3-by-1 formation, but this time you have the tight end aligning opposite trips. The tight end actually ends up catching the ball on this play. And here we have queen, which is more similar to shoot, as you have 2 receivers to the top of the screen and 2 to the bottom when you factor in the X and the tight end. Again, it's 11 personnel with 1 tight end in the game and 1 back in the backfield. When we bring a second tight end into the game, we are now in ace. Ace is a 12 personnel formation. There's 1 back and 2 tight ends. This is normal ace, as there's a receiver on each side of the formation. And that is the best play in football. Been a good night if you're running that. Up on the screen, you see ace left, which gives you a 3-by-1 look out of ace. And its counterpart, ace right. In order to keep communication easy and allow versatility, we use related words to simply move the tight end off of the line of scrimmage and into the backfield. For example, what you see on the screen is our Kong formation, which is similar to king, except the tight end is no longer on the line, but aligned in the backfield. It's a 20 personnel formation. There's 2 backs and 0 tight ends. This formation, crown, is also a 20 personnel formation. It's a 2-by-2 look involving the tight end, now aligned in the backfield, the X, also at the top of the screen, and the Z and H at the bottom of the screen. Jumbo is our 22 personnel formation set. There are 2 tight ends in the game, as well as 2 backs in the backfield. So there you have it. That's a very brief overview of some of our offensive formations and their corresponding personnel groups. It's important to remember when dealing with the X's and O's and the strategy component of football that this is only a component, and some would argue a small component of the game. And at the end of the day, it is prepared, intelligent, and talented football players who win games on the field. Smarter football players are better football players. Thanks for watching. See you next time.